Ouch.
My goldfish bowl had smashed to the floor. My two fish lay in a puddle, flopping their tails.
Oof.
At least they looked like my goldfish, but there was at least a difference. One huge difference. My goldfish were gigantic.
Wow.
Wow. They filled my cabin. They were the size of small whales.
Whoa.
Whoa. Well, maybe not that big. They were at least as big as me.
Wow.
Wow. Boom, boom, boom. They flopped on the floor with their tails pounding to the wood. They're giants, I guess. What's going on? Gina cried. How did everything get so big? Oh my, Dr. Lee murmured. Over and over and over. Oh my, he seemed to be in shock. We all stared at fish. First the minnow, then the snail, and now this. It was hard to believe what was happening. Why was everything suddenly growing huge? Is this the end?
It's not very long.
I feel like I'm living in some kind of dinosaur world, I said. Only instead of dinosaurs, we're surrounded by giant sea creatures.
Whoa.
Dr. Deep shook his head. I've got to get a grip of myself. We've got big problems here. Huge problems, Gina added. No wonder the boat's tipping over, Dr. Deep said. Those fish are monstrous. The waves pulling the boat over. My goldfish, I can't believe it. They look beautiful and golden outside. You could really see them now. That they were so big, nearly as big as horses.
Whoa.
Whoa! Little brown specks on their gills, and their scales glittered in the sunlight that spilled through the portal. We've got to get rid of them, Dr. Deep said. Why were they in the house in the water?
They were in his fishbowl on the ship.
Oh.
On the Cassandra. Here.
Us fries, they tip over the boat. Can we shove them through the window? She asked. They're too big, Dr. Deep said. We have to hold them up to the deck somehow. And then what? I asked. Throw them overboard. Dr. Deep declared, we can't keep them here, that's for sure. Maybe they'll be happier in the ocean. Gina reasoned, they probably hate being cooped up in that little bowl anyway. But my goldfish are freshwater fish, I protested. We have no choice, Billy, Dr. Deep said grimly. We won't survive out here. We won't be able to sail anywhere unless we get the giant fish overboard. I knew it was right. The fish had to go. You two grab the tail. I pushed from the other side, my uncle said. I told him to click golden tail. I was so happy, I grunted. The fish flopped the tail and slapped his hand.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch, he cried. That hurt. Warm still, Dr. Lee ordered. We dragged the first fish out of my room. uphill and into the passage. The snail no longer blocked our path. The snail slime in the passage helped us slide it out.
Gross.
We hauled the big fish at the steps. We flopped on deck. Goodbye, goldfish, I said. We shoved it overboard. I flipped its tail and swam away. Now we have to do it all over again, Gina complained. And what about the snail? I said. Even heavier than these fish. One monster at a time, Dr. Deep said. As soon as we dragged the other fish overboard, the boat righted itself. We're relieved, Dr. Deep said. Can we stay straight again? I'm beat, whined. This has been the worst day of my life. We stared back down below. The boat looked like the sad disaster movie. Broken glass everywhere, pools of water, floors and walls streaked with white slime.
Yuck.
And the giant snail is sitting in the corner. What are we going to do about him? Gina asked. Their house is underwater. The world is an underwater disaster.
Yeah.
Dr. Deep sighed
Heavily.
Let's just leave it for now. I slipped on a puddle of slime on my way to my cabin. My cabin was a mess. It looked as if a giant had come, turned upside down, shaking it. I headed the closet to get a mop. I slopped through. I thought I heard something. I listened. Yes, footsteps up the deck. Dr. Deep? I called. Right here, Billy, he answered. He was busy cleaning up his lab. Gina popped out for cabin. Did you hear that? She asked. No, someone's up on the deck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Dr. Deep came out of the lab, wiping his hands on the towel. He gazed at me. He glanced at me. Then at Gina. Then he looked up to her. Oh, did he get hurt? Oh, he did get hurt. I thought he got hurt somehow.
Then he looked up
Towards the ceiling. If you were all down here, I began, what's this little mark here?
It's a scar.
Oh. Then who's walking around up there?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No weird face.
Okay.
We crept out upstairs and stepped out the deck. Afternoon sun beat down on us. I don't see anyone, I said. Look behind you, I boomed a deep voice. We turned around. There stood three men, three total strangers.
Uh-oh.